The first issue is the people you're trusting to give you your proposed solution. So you call up a company, they send out, and typically they'll send out a salesman, some guy who usually they get hired not for their waterproofing experience, but for their sales experience. I mean, it's safe to say that most of these guys have never worked on a waterproofing crew. There's a number of issues, but it mostly stem from how they compensate their salesmen, their methods of selling, and then, like I said before, where they get the guys. So the way I've solved this problem is that everybody who comes into your house to gives you an estimate, they're people that have worked for me. They've been installing the systems for at least 6 months. And the qualities I look for, when I look for just employees in general and for my salespeople, is that they're smart and they're honest. If one of my guys comes in, he's done these systems before. He knows exactly what to look for. He has it, it's not like he was watching videos or something like that. But also that means too that since he's worked on the crew, he knows the guy's doing the job. So it takes care of a lot of disconnects where you got a salesman who comes in who's probably never met any the people doing the job. He sells the job. He sends them a paper, and that's it. And a lot of mistakes get made that way. With us, the guys who do the sales are also doing the jobs too. When I started mainline waterproofing 4 years ago, I started with the belief that a company could be honest and still be successful. Actually, my belief was that we would be successful because we were honest. Because unfortunately, in contractor sales these days, it's sometimes hard to find out who's telling you the truth and who's just trying to sell you something. My goal when a customer calls me is to act as an expert advisor who is trying to guide them to the right decision. I give everybody the pros and cons of different approaches and really just give them an education on exactly what I can do for you, and also what I can't do for you. So, but unfortunately, in this industry, it's gotten to be that it's a very sales-driven industry, and it's kind of the sale at any cost. So there's a lot of issues with overcharging, overselling something to people that they don't need, and there's a lot of just flat out they're selling them something they absolutely don't need. I did a job where I walked in there and she had 2 estimates before me, and I walk up to her and I look around the basement. She said, "Oh, the water, has been going on for this long." And she said it's been constant, which is unusual for a waterproofing problem. Typically you get water in when it rains. And so I look around, I found that her water heater was leaking, and that all she needed was a new